Hello. Welcome to the second in a series of short videos where I'm reviewing the portfolios of students who have completed this course, 260. The first video was an introduction and typical architecture portfolios. This one will be interior design portfolios. And there's a lot of overlap, but there are some differences about what one will emphasize in interior design. So let's get started. Okay. Again, a really simple cover. Doesn't really matter. Here, two nicely photographed projects from Design Studio One. Again, we want to see progress. And the pages are a little bit mixed up. This is from Design Studio 3, showing analysis of a Frank Lloyd Wright house, and then a sculpture based on the Frank Lloyd Wright project and its analysis. Also, just super cleanly laid out things. Well, this could have been more exactly aligned, but nicely aligned. Good short descriptions. Captions, super clear. Here is a project, the inspiration for Memorial Garden, and a material board that was actually commissioned by the department, particularly how you produce a material board. Again, nicely done. It's good to see a Design One project and the conceptual diagram, as well as the final model. Okay, the spread from the case study done in Design Studio 3. Again, nicely organized. A couple photographs of the model, which is really nicely done. This is a little dense in here, but there's a nice amount of white space. It's comfortable to look at. This is a little tight. But, what would you do? Perhaps eliminate one drawing and put in a little more space. But that's about all I could say. Here. A quick project, a sketch project, which was to create a clothes closet for community college students going on interviews. A really wonderful inspiration board and material board, and then a couple quick renderings that were done of the space. But this is the kind of thing for interior design. You really want to emphasize your design inspiration and material boards. This kind of collage or montage is very compelling. This is the kind of stuff that you will be doing in interior design programs. And here, a very nice show of the progression of design ideas for the Row Home Art Museum renovation, showing both, the sketches and the final model. Clearly, nicely presented. Whoops. Sorry. Excuse me. And here, another really nice inspiration board and material board that gives us a very nice sense of what these interiors would be like. And a nicely rendered plan and section. All very well organized, nice color harmonies. Very pleasing to look at. Okay, and then a project from an artist loft from Studio 3. In this case, there are a few things that do need some work, but this was a very good first attempt in rendering with Kirkathea. And we also see, a couple clear drawings and a nice hierarchy of images, so bigger rendered image of sort of the principal space and the stairway looking through up to the loft and the lower spaces. And then this student is really interesting, and this is something that may come up with your own experience, was she already had a degree and background in dance. And so showing just a few images here of choreography and dance, just to explain that facet of her own background. So this is where, this was a significant part of her life. Now she's gone in a different direction, but the portfolio is the time to take, a little bit of, bringing in significant elements of your life. Like I say, it's a visual autobiography. So let's look at another interior design portfolio. And in this case, Madison Blank. And so here we have a nice spread, 2 design 1 studio projects. And in this case, just a single image for each one of them. It's a little bit spare, but I think it works really well. This was also compared, these are the most powerful images, and I would rather, you go with more impactful, if maybe slightly less information. Moving on, we go into Design Studio 2 and the Art Gallery, the facade, a very nicely done Photoshop interior rendering. And actually a second rendering, which gives us a really nice feeling of the mood of the interior. This is really good to be able to show this. This gives us a really good outlook about this, in this case, this gallery for musical instruments, how it would work. And then we have the information in terms of floor plan, section, and elevation. So again, very clear, and this is the kind of image that's really important to have for an interior design portfolio. Here, actually, one last page, the finishes, furniture, and color palette, really the inspiration board for that row house design. And then a quick inclusion of the hand renderings from 160. Jumping ahead, we go to the analysis of Frank Lloyd Wright. Page is a little dense, but there was a lot of analysis going on. The creating a conceptual analysis, a massing model, the studies and the larger model, the house that it was based on, and some really nice sketches done in pen that give us an idea. From that, there was a jump into creating a light fixture, which was quite dramatic, manipulating light, and again, supplemented with these really nice sketches, the design development models, and then a final image showing the light on. And then a couple final pages here, an artist loft. Also, you have looking for the interior design perspective. Some good photographs of the model. A notion of a color palette, and a couple nicely done interior renderings, I believe also done with Lumion. And then a couple sketches. I would have probably put this at the beginning, but they're okay at the end. And then a last couple things that are not, I thought were just really compelling. A really nice ceramics project, and then a really nice architectural vocabulary collage that she did as part of History of Architecture and Interiors. And I just thought these were, when we were looking through other materials, I thought it was worth showing this just to get another dimension on this student. So this is, again, so some strong examples of what you can do with an interior design portfolio.